Hi everyone, Zarina here, aka Woolly Nomad, and welcome to the Woolly channel. As you can see, I am in Woolly Heaven today in a yarn shop and it's a little shop in Broadway called Sew You Knit Crafts, and I'm here looking for some baby yarn because I wanted to knit up some baby designs going forward, and also some more jumpers and garments, and I'm thinking cable. So I'm looking at some of the more plainer colours for the cable cardie, but for the baby one, yeah, there's lots to choose from. So I positioned myself in a local tea shop and thought, let's look at what I've bought from the little craft shop that I went to. And that was a lovely little craft shop actually. I didn't want to be too overt and film loads, so I just filmed a bit. But I came away with this Rowan, and it's a really soft, nice yarn and quite neutral. And I thought for babies, which is what I had in mind, this would be the perfect yarn. So this Rowan yarn is really lovely, and it's got a blend which is merino, cashmere and acrylic, sadly about the acrylic actually. I do try and avoid acrylic with things, so I've got a lot. The needle size is 3.25 that they recommend on this, and it's got this like cottony, silky feel to it, so it feels really lovely. And I think it's going to be nice to knit. I also bought these 8mm, which I'm going to be using with another yarn that I bought from somewhere else. I'm going to have a look at, and that's this sparkly yarn, which I'll show you more on later. So I'm thinking, I've pulled up my Noros, and I'm thinking that I've got the 3.25 mils here, which I've used quite a lot actually. And I'm going to attach a cord and maybe knit up a small little swatch. So on the ball band, like I said, it says 3.25, and I think personally I could even go up to a 4mm needle for this, but I'm going to start with what they've recommended and see how that goes. I've attached my cord to the Noros because they're the interchangeables, and I'm now going to, with my tea in place, you got to get your tea. I'm going to start on a little tension swatch and see how that goes. So I've cast on 10 stitches and I'm going to knit up 10 rows. It's not really a proper tension swatch, it's just to see what it feels like. Already, first impressions, it's really nice to knit. It's really lovely. Yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun knitting this up and having my tea at the same time. I've got to start on my scone still. I haven't even started on it. I'm just too excited knitting this piece of knitting up. And this yarn, like I said, is really soft. Now, on the ball band, it actually says wool. I thought it was merino. Yeah, for some reason, so maybe I got that information from somewhere else, I'm not quite sure, but I knit 10 rows and it's a really nice even knit. It's looking really good. So like I said previously, I wanted to do some sort of cables, and the plain knitting is lovely, but I think what I'll do now is I'll add in a little cable to see how it looks. Right, so I'm back with a little cable and I think it looks quite nice. There's quite good definition. Right, taking a break, having my scone, which is really nice. And these guys do really nice scones, they do. Right, so I've done a bit of cabling and I've got like 2 little bits of cable together. I'm thinking maybe some space in between, so I'm going to put some space in and knit another cable and see what it looks like. Right, so I added in the space And I think it works both ways, so you could have it sort of with less space or more space in between the cables. So when I design the cable on the jumper, yeah, and it's quite a nice kind of sturdy knit, so I think you could probably go up a needle size. I like the plain and I like the cable. I think on the baby jumper I might add just a little line of cabling, not too much. So I'm quite pleased with that, and that's kind of complete. And what I was thinking is, because I also crochet, and for all those crocheters out there, perhaps I need to, you know, do a little crochet sample. Right, I've got my hooks out, and I was thinking, should I use quite, you know, the same kind of size, or should I use a bigger size? I've got a 4.5 millimeter, so one side is less, 2.5, and one side's a 4.5. I do like these wooden handle crochet hooks. So I've used the 4.5 millimeter needle, and I've crocheted up a little circle so far, and so far it's feeling nice. So I'm just going to carry on. It's a bit bigger now, and you can see a little bit more definition, and definitely if you want something a little bit chunky feeling, then this would be perfect with this hook size. But I think personally I would like it to be a bit more flowy, so I'm going to try a bigger hook. So I've got my 6.5 mil hook. I'm getting through my tea. And I'm going to do a bit with a 6.5 millimeter hook. So that definitely feels better. So I've added on a bit with a 6.5 millimeter hook, and that's more the tension that I would like it, because I like it more flowy, to be honest with you. And that's, yeah, so that feels really nice. So it depends what you want, really. If you want a more sturdy fabric, then go for the smaller hook, which I used a 4.5. Or if you want it a little bit looser, go for the bigger hook, and I used a 6.5 for that. Now, putting them together, the crochet has obviously grown a lot quicker. But that's the nature of crochet, two different beasts here really. But putting them side by side, they both look great. And I won't be crocheting in this yarn properly. I'll probably be making the baby garment. Anyway, have fun. I'm signing off for now.